What is up, world? Welcome back, Charge the Game podcast. And Asia Wilson just can't help herself. She cannot help her Caitlin Clark hate, her jealousy, her pettiness, her cattiness, just like the other women in the W. As we get into this, guys, let's react. Asia Wilson, guys. Asia Wilson. A lot of people like Asia Wilson. I'm not really a fan of Asia Wilson. I think that she's okay. I think that she's kind of like a quiet hater. She's throwing a lot of shots at Caitlin Clark, a lot of subliminal blows, and then she'll come out and say, oh, it wasn't like that. You guys know, especially with women. Women aren't typically as direct as most men, at least in my lifetime that I've come to find out. Asia Wilson is a big Caitlin Clark hater, and I'm going to tell you guys why. Because though her shoe just got released, just not good enough, and she had to go and throw shade on Caitlin Clark. I think it's a huge thing. I think a lot of people may say it's not about black and white, but to me, it is. It really is, because you can be top notch at what you are as a black woman, but yet maybe that's something that people don't want to see. They don't see it as marketable. So it doesn't matter how hard I work. It doesn't matter what we all do as black women. We're still going to be swept underneath the rug. That's why it boils my blood when people say it's not about race, because it is. How does it make you look, Aja, to constantly mention Caitlin Clark's name? Angel Reese, we see her walking back her comments in the interview. They asked her a question and she said, next question. Okay. We see all of you women come out here and criticize and critique Caitlin Clark. Yet Caitlin Clark doesn't come out here and say anything about anybody. How big of a hater, how jealous does this make you look? Does it ever occur to you guys that you guys just aren't marketable because of your attitudes? You aren't welcoming because of your attitudes. This whole entitled mindset has to stop. Truthfully, guys, not everything is about black and white. And the only time that I discuss these topics is because I'm going to be more fair and more real than just going along with the mass consensus, or just going along just because I'm black. That's not really my style. If you guys have been following the channel, then you know that about me. Aja Wilson, I feel like, just like most people who are good at race baiting, in order to get the best out of your product, maybe you're trying to get people to buy your shoes, because I can almost guarantee you that this shoe isn't in demand like a Caitlin Clark sneaker will be whenever they release it, guys. And let me tell you guys, I'm going to make a video about how Nike is not releasing Caitlin Clark shoes because they want to release all of the other women who have been more popular, or before Caitlin Clark came into the league. They want to give the justification to them. They don't want to go with the golden goose, the number one product, the demand of the customer. Can you imagine a company and a consumer telling you that they like this, but you sell them something completely opposite? How about it's just because you're 6'4", you aren't as relatable to most women. Caitlin Clark is what, 6 foot? That's more relatable than 6'4". Her playing style is much more exciting than a Tim Duncan-esque playing style. Tim Duncan had shoes and he didn't sell pretty good either. No big man really sold good shoes, right? Seriously, maybe Patrick Ewing. I don't necessarily think he was a big man, but he seemed like a big guy. Shaq did us all a service and just sold his shoes for a few bucks at your local Roses or Walmart. Till this day, I believe he still sells them. So the fact that all these women constantly say, yo, it's about black and white, it's about this, it's just utterly BS, man. It's BS, because no one was caring about Aja Wilson, Diana Taurasi, Brittany Griner. No one cared about either of your shoes. We didn't even know who you guys were signed to, right? Caitlin Clark helped bring a lot of situational awareness to you guys just because of the hate that you guys give her. And I don't think you guys understand that she uses that and it propels her. It makes her more marketable. She's more nice. She seems easy. She deflects. You guys hit her. You poke her eyeballs. You foul her. She takes the high road. Who wouldn't want to get behind that? Versus someone who's going to always be crying about this isn't fair. This ain't fair. It's because she's white. Nobody wants to hear that anymore. And the fact, guys, that she says it boils my blood when people say it's not about race, because it is. It just means that you're playing with a lot of jealousy, hatred, maybe even prejudice in your heart. Because anytime you take the floor against Caitlin Clark, you're going to be mad that people actually like this white girl. which doesn't even make it safe for Caitlin Clark if all of you guys think like that. Caitlin Clark has responded by saying, I think there's opportunities for every single player in women's basketball. I think the more opportunities we give across the board, that's what's going to elevate women's basketball. It doesn't need to be just one or two players, and I think that even goes back to college. The parity in women's basketball is what's making more people want to come watch it. I think the more we can spread the love, show people, show their talent, show their teams, that's just going to continue to elevate it. That's what Clark said in response to A'ja Wilson's comment, guys. Taking the high road, making people root for her more. Go, Caitlin, go. We like that, right? Especially most men who are just tired of hearing bickering. We're going through all these gender wars and shit. People on panels talking about what a woman should do and what a man should do. And when you come out here and you see a woman that's just like, you know, not trying to be confrontational, just trying to be easygoing, well, I tell you this, it'll certainly get the guys in your corner, right? And maybe, just maybe, a few women who aren't going to base their bias off of just being a woman. People don't want to hear all this nonsense, all of this noise around sports. People want to watch the game for what it is and like who they like without fearing the consequences of people's judgment or mad or having their blood boiled because it doesn't suit their opinion. They're going to continue to lose this battle against Caitlin Clark. And like I told you guys, man, when Caitlin Clark went out there and bent the knee and kissed ass in that Time magazine, I told you at the time, Caitlin Clark, no matter what you do, it's not going to be enough because it's you, right? You're already a straight heterosexual woman. You're making news headlines for that alone. Your boyfriend is popular because of you. Then you're not confrontational. You're not going back and forth. Every time they throw something negative, you turn it around and spin it. Man, they're going to forever hate you because you know how to play the game. You know how to keep your sanity. You know how to keep your reputation and not stain your resume, which is only increasing Caitlin Clark's popularity in her stock. So A'ja Wilson being mad that people support Caitlin Clark or feeling like it's a black and white thing is the furthest from the truth. You're not going to see too many people, especially black men, come out here and say, oh, it's because Caitlin Clark's white. Yeah, I don't really hear any men say that because men just want to watch something and be at peace. So you're not going to hear too much of an argument from us. It's all of these other women, right? Not just black women, other women in the W who are jealous, other women who want that spotlight, they want that attention, when women in general don't even invest in the sport. This sport is popular because of men. It was built off the back of the NBA. And men support it more than women support it. Because, thanks to Caitlin Clark, we now have identified favorites in this game that we like Arike. I really like Arike's game. I like Naphesia Collar's game, right? It's so many other WNBA players that I've come to grow fond of simply because they faced off against Caitlin Clark and I was there to watch the games. So don't think that it's a black and white thing. It's much more so the Caitlin Clark effect. I think that that's a real thing. But hey, if you leave it up to the A'ja Wilsons of the world, the Angel Reese of the world, then it's everybody but Caitlin Clark. So you guys let me know what y'all think about A'ja Wilson's comment. Do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree? Let me know in the comment section like you often do. Make sure you guys do me a huge favor and smash that subscribe button if you already haven't. Make sure you guys like, share, and hit that notification bell for future content. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.